Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is RemovableSanity, and today I'm reviewing Ninja Gaiden 2 Black on the Series X, developed and published by Koei Tecmo Games. So what is Ninja Gaiden 2 Black? Ninja Gaiden 2 Black is touted as the significantly enhanced graphic expression and the definitive version of Ninja Gaiden 2. The premise is you take on the role of Ryu Hayabusa, a ninja who has inherited the legendary Dragon Sword and takes on battles across the world, in this graphic remaster of the popular high-speed ninja action title that returns after 15 years. The game boasts being remastered visuals in Unreal Engine 5, high-speed violent gore, additional characters, modes for beginners, and elements from subsequent spin-off titles are also included. First up is accessibility. With regards to accessibility, the developers had it in a variety of options, such as colour filter mode, chromatic aberration, button remapping, camera assist, and subtitle options. Audio options are basic, however, so those with auditory issues may struggle. Next up is gameplay. I remember playing the original Ninja Gaiden 2 on the original Xbox and thinking this was a fun and engaging title back then. So seeing a shadow drop from Team Ninja about the remaster was hugely exciting. However, I wasn't too familiar with its history and the alternative versions such as Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2. With a bit of research on the topic, I can now finally give my thoughts on this latest iteration and tell you if it's truly the definitive version. Most fans hail from the original Xbox 360 version and see it as the true essence of the game, with numerous enemies, stunning visuals which even shine now, and its over-the-top dismemberment system. The next iteration was the 2009 Sigma version, which cut down on the number of screen enemies, opting for a more harder but smaller selection. This in turn reduced the blood and dismemberment mechanic as well. Other aspects like Tests of Valor and Team Mission modes and some weapons were also removed. However, to compensate, they added different characters, 5 new bigger bosses, online co-op, better resolution, more save points, and more shop locations. Still, this caused quite an uproar with the original fans, with a lot of them, but not all, complaining it was a watered down version of their favourite franchise. So we now arrive at Team Ninja's latest attempt in trying to get all fans on board with the newest remaster. After a brief cutscene, you are introduced to Ryu, the protagonist, whose first mission is to save a particularly young lady who is looking for our hero. Character movement is still fluid, precise and superb to control. Even though attacks are a combination of light, X button, and heavy, Y button, things are not just about mashing buttons together to kill enemies. Even dodging or escaping feels more precise to ensure you're always one step ahead. Besides these, you can also do power attacks, done by charging the heavy attack button until a flashing purple or red for stronger appears around Ryu, for you to let loose and do an automatic combo that's guaranteed to kill most enemies. Ninja spells provide either area effect attacks or defensive capabilities that can be essential when being attacked by multiple enemies. Now, whilst being cornered by multiple enemies is rarer now, when it happens, you can also escape by running up the wall behind you or using a slicing dash attack to launch yourself across the arena. There are precise movesets that will allow you to control any battle if you're willing to engage and learn them. Finishes are also still within the game and are a visual treat as you eviscerate your wounded opponent in various brutal ways. In essence, the game is still highly enjoyable to play and does showcase off maybe what level of fun we are missing from the more modern audience types of games released today. Running through tearing up enemies using combos of brutal takedowns whilst checking corners for hidden secrets is as enjoyable as when I first experienced it. You go from not understanding the enemy movements to learning enemy attack patterns, timing perfect counters, and using the best weapon for the job in no time at all. Shops still exist here and are useful too in upgrading the damage to all the weapons you pick up along the way. The shop also sells items to replenish your health, but depending on the difficulty level, I rarely needed any. The prices also become increasingly discounted after finding a number of crystal skulls hidden across the game, which pushes you to explore off the beaten path to enjoy those sweet discounts. Whilst there is no team mission modes, there are tag missions, a single player version of the team missions, which allow for you to challenge yourself outside the main game with an NPC character beside you. Here you'll also be able to choose which of the 4 characters you'd like to play with, and definitely is a welcome touch. For me, if they could do that in the main game instead of just one mission for each of the other 3 protagonists, that really would make the game shine. Just like the original and the alternative, the gameplay is addictive, stylish, fun and engaging to all those that are willing to try and play this unique game. Next is graphics. Visually, the game looks gorgeous with its now updated Unreal Engine 5 improvements to the lighting, ray tracing and character model upgrades. Each level oozes a superb blend of new touches and modifications, like extra foliage or new background ornaments and overall better lighting. This works well with the exploring side of the gameplay, which often provides you with some hidden chests. Just like looting corpses, you'll gain a variety of items that will assist you in upgrading your weaponry or giving you a permanent extension to your maximum HP. That said, there is some tweaks where the original still wins. For me, the cherry blossoms seem too dull and sparse compared to the 360 version, and the light pollution in the first level is way too toned down, even with a fully modelled background now. Character models, however, are gorgeous and are really specially detailed, showcasing individual character nuances, like their scars and skin tone patterns. You can tell Team Ninja really want to ensure the aesthetics are as close to the original as possible, whilst adding their own spin on it. Now, there are a lot less enemies on screen, and because the levels are now visually and physically upgraded, they do now come across as rather empty. It almost has a backroom type of feeling, where you expect enemies to jump out at any moment, but none come. For me though, it's the return of the dismemberment system. Though not as plentiful as the original, it still shines in body parts being sliced and diced off and littering the ground that you fight upon. This is combined well with the collection of weaponry, which do differing fatal attacks depending on your choice. The default Dragon Sword is great for short range attacks, whilst the Lunar Staff excels at distance and damage. Emma's Fang Greatsword will slice those pesky demons easily, where the Kusarigami, the sickle, is superb for short, quick attacks. Overall, frame rate and stability was good in all of my gameplay, but I did see some slowdown in the more chaotic battles. Depending on the monitor's stroke TV's capabilities, and if it allows for VRR, you can have it run buttery smooth at a stable 60 frames a second on the Series X, with the 120 frames options being a bit more varied in their output. Finally, its sound. The game is fully voiced and again is top notch in its delivery within cutscenes or the general gameplay. Hearing the grunts from Ryu as he flips over a wall or dive bombs an enemy will never get old.
Such is the fragility of evil. Ryu Hayabusa, you will pay for your sin!
The music again is just as superb as it uses the beat to amplify the action on screen, but will pull back when more calmer zones come into play. A blend of flute, piano and guitar sell the feel of the game in every location. Even background environmental sounds like rain and lightning are all crisp and clear in their delivery. The game's sound effects also ooze weightiness, with each hit fully connecting in an enjoyable way. Every weapon has a meaty clang to it when it connects with an NPC's weapon, which will ensure the player's senses are excited. My recommendation here would be a good quality soundbar to really enjoy the sounds of swords slicing through bone. This leads me on to the rating of the game. Now, I rate games in order of avoid, on sale, great purchase and must own. My rating for Ninja Gaiden 2 Black is a great purchase. Whilst the price is a little high, the remaster is definitely a fun game for all to be had. Improvements to a variety of things ensure that no matter where you fall on the fandom of either the original or the later alternative, this version will still delight players for years to come. The game is currently priced on Xbox at £39.99, or approximately $50, and depending on your skill and patience would give you about 10 plus hours worth of gameplay. Once the story is complete, however, there is still a huge amount of replayability, with higher difficulty settings, tag missions, and finding all the collectibles available, pushing for at least another 10 hours plus worth of content. The game is also free on Game Pass, so for those who want to see what it's all about, it's worth loading up. Is this the definitive version? I would say no, at least not right now. Think of it as a cross between the original Ninja Gaiden 2 and Sigma, with aspects of both games being utilised. There are some missing elements that will annoy some fans, but hopefully these will be patched in later. What is here though is still a fun, engaging and enjoyable experience. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. I do hope you like this review, and if you do, please like, share and subscribe if you so wish. And if you would like to put some notes or even just a comment in the comment section, I do like reading them. Anyway, have a great time gaming, and I'll see you all again soon.